Okay, so we're live going into people now.
Okay.
People will start coming in. We haven't got any viewers yet. We have 0 viewers, but we are live on that link, so anyone who clicks on that link, Holly, will see that. If you click on that link, you'll see what people see.
Do they have the correct link? Because that would...
Yep, they've all got the correct link.
Holly, and you had 5 PST.
I should go post we're live so they know.
Yeah.
I'll go get response quick, but we're live too.
Okay, we got 4 viewers. Good morning, everybody. We're just getting prepared and about to go live.
Yeah, and happy Sunday night to all, or Sunday afternoon if you're on the West Coast. What's it, about 7 o'clock in Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's 7.
Okay.
Been camping all weekend and sunburned.
Camping. And are there World Cup games still going on? I know a lot of people have been glued to their TV sets.
I don't know if they're still going on. I know when I left that there was some still going on. I think against Mexico, maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, there are lots of Mexican fans here in Southern California, where I am transmitting from. I don't think there are many on the Gold Coast of Australia, where Peter is located. But I'm sure you might have some Mexican fans up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we probably got more football fans, because of us Packers up here.
Sure, but football, as they refer to it internationally, it's the biggest sport in the world. We call it soccer. I don't know, what do they call it down in Australia, Peter?
Soccer.
Soccer, okay, same thing, because you guys have your own versions of footy, as you refer to it.
That's right, yeah. Well, I played soccer for 8 years as a kid. It was awesome.
Oh, you did? See, it wasn't big when I was growing up. It wasn't something we did. My last year of high school, there was the very first year that they had a soccer team, and they could barely get enough people to make up a team because nobody played it.
And by the way, good morning, Audrey Quinn, is it? She's here for the 25K verified list, she says. Just kidding.
Haha.
Good on you, Audrey.
Humor is appreciated on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we might as well. How about we give it a few more minutes? We've got a few people rocking in. Give a few more people time to jump in, and then we'll get started, huh?
Yep. I think it's always good on a Sunday, and with the new technology, Peter, the Hangouts. I think some people are still getting more and more familiar with it. It'll equal what GoToWebinar created, because I remember when the first time I used GoToWebinar, I got frustrated and sweaty, and since we use this all the time, it's probably a bit easier for us to jump in.
Yep.
Holly, what do you think?
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
So
that's a good answer. Yeah, we got a yeah.
Yeah, I think we're ready to jump in. Everyone can take and learn from this Hangout Millionaire, because I know I've been looking for something that has been automated. I mean, it can automate up to so much, just like any other program, but this takes a lot of the work out. And actually, I told my high school kids last week when I started messing around, I said, you're going to have to find out another income source for your cell phone bills because I'm not going to need you guys as much because I can automate it now. And they're like, oh, man, that sucks. Plus, I'm going to have to learn how to cook now because they used to cook for me, too.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, the good news is that just means you can take on more niches and use them still. And
oh, yeah. Like this weekend we were talking about taking on eyelash extensions and doing some beauty stuff.
Oh, how pretty is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready to go, Mitch.
Okay, well, Holly, do you want to start since it's your group, your fans, your specialists, because you're going to hear me a lot in a few minutes, in a few seconds.
All right, cool. All right, well, I wanted to thank everyone for showing up for tonight. I know it's Sunday night, and everyone has families, and we don't want to waste anyone's time. We want to get right into it. And this is Peter Drew, and he does Hangout Millionaire. He also does Brute Force, so he's been around the block a long time. And then we have Mitch Carson, and he's kind of the spokesperson from what I understand. He's totally awesome. I'm going to be going to see him in about 2 weeks. Go jam with them both, and you guys are totally going to love this because the course is awesome, but a lot of people have had some issues with automating it, and this really helps the automation of it. And one other thing, just to remind you guys, the 25,000 verified list for GSA after the thing is all done, you guys just send it to me on Facebook that you guys were here, and I'll send it over. So I'm going to send it over to Mitch and Peter now. Okay, great.
Well, the first thing I want to start with is they've all taken their time to come here because they're interested in growing their business. And I'll say this, you've all heard about the power of video and Hangout marketing by now because you're associated with Holly. And it's a really good thing to do, isn't it? I mean, because you've seen the results that Holly's created, and we're going to show you more of some results we've created in countless niches. We're going to show you the promise today. I'm going to advance to go to that now, is 4 profitable case studies, but we might include an additional one. You're going to discover how to find the profits in your niche with money keywords, and we're going to be able to make that distinction. I know, Holly, you've covered keywords in your presentations and with your group, but there is a gigantic difference with doing keywords and hunting for the right keywords. Super important. 5 unique ways to differentiate Hangout Millionaire in the marketplace. We're going to show that because it is so important. And how to get your rankings to stick. There's one thing, you can go buy a bunch of cheap backlinks on all these sites like Fiverr, etc., but they're going to all fall off quickly. We're going to show you how to make them stick, and we're going to prove it to you. And what to expect moving forward, how you can incorporate Hangout Millionaire and the solution that Peter has come up with so you can make money ongoingly. And think about it, if you were able to master this skill of being able to control your niche, where would you be 5 years from now? I want you to keep that image at the top of your mind. I want you to taste it and feel it. Something that you would have if you implement, when you implement everything that we're going to show you today in our brief presentation. So, what's in it for me? That's the most popular radio station in existence anywhere in the world. People you're on this call because you want to know what's in it for yourself. So what's in it for me is the question we are always asking when we take time, and we do appreciate the fact you've taken the time out of your evening, your morning, to come onto this call, depending on where you are. We're going to show you how to get first page Google rankings in multiple niches. We've been able to do this, and they stick. How to get first page YouTube rankings, which is the world's #2 search engine, because YouTube married Google. Can you say profits? That's the bottom line, and that ties in with doing the right, taking the right steps, buying the right strategies into your psyche, and making money at this, because that's why we're in business. This is not a hobby. 3 ways to profit without using a camera. You do not have to be a celebrity in front of the family camera, your webcam, or a fancy camera. We're going to show you the proven solution to rank using some already public domain information. And
if I could just if I can just cut in there, when we talk about how to get first page rankings in Google, what we're talking about is getting first page rankings in Google, obviously for Google Hangouts, because that's easy, and more specifically showing you how to get websites to rank in the first page of Google using our strategies, using Hangout videos. And plus, which you'll learn about later in the presentation, is we have what's called a VCN, which is my high page rank, high authority, self-hosted video network. These, we pump out videos to my private network as well, and they also get first page rankings. So,
that's a very good point. Yeah, it's a very good point, Peter. And for those of you who don't know, that's Peter Drew. He's the one with the Australian accent, and I'm about to introduce him. So first, I want to tell you about our gift that we're going to give you. And everybody loves gifts. So if you stay on the call in its entirety in our presentation today, which is going to blow your doors away, you get a copy of the book that Peter and I co-authored called The Serious Business Owner's Guide to Clients Forever. So why should you listen to us? Because we've got these case studies. We've got how to find the niche and money keywords, 5 unique ways to differentiate Millionaire in the marketplace, how to get your rankings to stick. And we're going to show you this. Let's talk about Peter first. This is the man. He's a businessman. We're going to go through that. But foremost, he is a husband and a father, and a dedicated one. So this shows that he is a stable guy. So he's been working full-time online for over 15 years. He's the CEO of Brute Force SEO, which has been the father company, let's say the parent corp of Evo. Which, how much did you do in Evo, Peter?
How much did I turn over?
Yeah, sales.
I don't know how many actual numbers. It was
but
thousands.
In dollars.
Well, just a fraction over 10 million.
Yeah, that's okay. Just a fraction. Thank you for your humility. Huge money. Yeah, just under $1 billion with Friend Finder, and he's generated over 8 figures online. Owned many software development companies, and this is what you're going to find today. He's known as the king of automated software solutions, where Holly has shown you in her teachings how to do this manually, and there's some automation. Much of what she has been doing in a manual way is now going to be replaced by the use of the tool that we're going to introduce you to today. And he's been a respected SEO professional for over the last 7 years, and his main SEO membership is still going strong after 6 years. And here's what I like so much. Before we decided to work together back in August of last year, he has got an absolutely impeccable, clean reputation online. Most people who play in this space have had a few dissatisfied people, whether they've earned it or not. They say a few things, whether they didn't make the money they expected to make. I couldn't find anything about Peter that was negative. This gave me a strong indication that this guy was credible. So who am I? I'm a published author with John Wiley & Sons. I'm a former syndicated radio show host with CBS in L.A. I've spoken on direct marketing in a few countries around the world, 9 figures in sales on television via infomercials, and I've been published in a few magazines and newspapers worldwide. And here's the proof. Here I am with CNBC, and this is a former picture of me on the right in my radio station in LA 97.1. But I want to ask the very first question to the crowd. What is the value of owning the #1 ranking in your market or niche? And if you can put that figure, keep it right there in front of you. And would you like to learn this loophole so you can own this? Can you imagine what a shortcut this will be to your success if you own that position? If you mastered the skill, where would you be in 5 years from now? And we're going to show you how these people have done this, that were absolute newbies. Some were novice, some were experts, but weren't controlling their niche. And we have gone through the full gamut with beginners, newbies, intermediate online marketers, all the way to some of the most advanced who weren't owning the #1 spots in their niche, and they are today. And we're going to reveal those in just a minute. So keep that figure in mind. And have you been able to put all the pieces of the puzzle in it? Holly, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot now. You've done a lot of manual work up to this point and have been extremely successful. I mean, you're top of the food chain in terms of success. But what you have seen with the tool that we're going to lay out to you today, can you see how this is the missing piece? This is the last element in you building your empire that's going to make things easier, faster, and more profitable for you.
Yeah, I mean it's huge. It's a huge deal just to have it all put in there, spit it out within, I can just leave. I don't even have to sit here and click start broadcast. It does everything for me. It's huge.
Well, let's
But
get started, shall we? So let me
yeah.
just go in. Let's start with somebody that's a very well-known marketer in the world. He came from an infomercial background similar to mine. He's a close personal friend of mine and a new friend of Peter's named Alex Mendozian. He has sold literally hundreds of millions of dollars over the internet as well as on live television. So he's got a very deep background, and he came and saw the value of this tool. We explained what it would do for him, and he's now the Hangout guy. Would that be a correct assessment of him, Peter? He's sort of known as the #1 Hangout marketing teacher and mentor in the marketplace today.
Well, as I understand it, he's the most prolific Hangout content producer on the planet right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
as per YouTube.
Yeah, that's his, and we're going to show his proof in a minute and some of the things that we were able to do with the use of your tool that you designed to make sure that that happens, and everybody else is just going to be eating his dust forever, because he does produce content, stays at it, and he follows the course that you have laid out for him. And he creates this magazine called Billionaire Mentor. But let's start right at the top. Let's show proof throughout our presentation. Does everybody like proof? Yes? I think so. Raise your hand digitally. I will see your hands. How to monetize Google Hangouts, which is the top up here. If you see my mouse, everybody see my mouse moving around? Yes?
Yes.
On the screen? Okay, good. Thank you for that. Yes. How to monetize Google Hangouts. We've got the very first position is hangoutchallenge.com. That was Alex's screenshot that we did. Now, here's what happened. We went down and created something. Peter, I see down here, you're position 3. You took one of his videos, and within 2 hours, out of 76,000 results that come up for this phrase, you were able to own position 3. And this is a hotly contested, or hotly sought after keyword phrase, because it's money related. Money. Do you care to comment about that? I mean, what did you do that created this kind of result so fast?
Well, this is when you were first introducing me to Alex, and you just said to me flippantly, "Oh, Alex said, can you rank for these 3 or 4 terms? I can't remember." So I said, "Oh, I suppose so." So I just made up a project in Hangout Millionaire. It took me 30 minutes. I downloaded one of his videos to use as content, and ran the software, and then you and I both checked these stats live together. We were in Skype, and bang, there it was. So we screen capped it all, and then I found out later that was like a test he was putting to us. And
yeah.
Well, I was a bit naive. I was a bit naive at the time.
Yeah, but I wanted to prove to him how incredible this result is and what has happened today. This was taken a few months ago. I mean, what was the date of this? July? No. We did this, I think, about 3 months ago to prove to him that we could do this. And since then, we've ranked him on multiple spots for multiple keywords related to this, all money related, where Alex is the top guy. You, because of the channel that you used yourself and the tool, are outranking what he produced himself in his own channel with all that equity. So you were able to cream him. So he became convinced. But let's go on. And another one is how to profit from Google Hangouts. And look at positions number 1 and 2 out of 2,220,000 results. You are positioned. Now, this is you within 3 hours. Then the other one that came up an hour after that, 4 hours later, you hit it again with the software. It showed up, and that's part of the beauty of Hangout Millionaire that you're going to reveal when we look inside. You were able to rank positions 1 and 2. Not just position 1, but 1 and 2. And if we're to look at this today, you have even more positions. Now, what's unique about this is it looks like the same video, but Google doesn't read it that way, because it shows here 11 minutes, 16 seconds, 11 minutes, 21 seconds. And we also have how to profit from Google Hangouts in the title of the video, and down here, how to make money with Google Hangouts, and then it has another key phrase. And we're going to talk about how the software takes this and spins the titles for you. Does that sound great, or does that sound great? Can you see how this will shorten your way to success by using this if you're following the system? So let's go through what your steps were, Peter. First, you selected the right keywords. We were given that instruction. Alex is super astute. He's not a newbie, and he gave us the keywords he wanted to rank for because he knew where the money was. Yes?
Excellent.
And then, so we had the right keywords, which Holly teaches. Then we set up Web 2.0 properties. Holly, what is the Web 2.0 property source that you have encouraged for your students?
RankWiz and FCS, which is also FCS Networker.
Okay, so you have a couple different ones. The ones that Peter has prescribed are, we're going to show those in a minute, but they are outstanding in that they are very similar, and they have created the same types of results, and that creates that. And then what you do is these first two steps, you set up the keywords once, you set up your Web 2.0 properties, you create your recipes, and you run Hangout Millionaire. Can everybody say set it and forget it? You set up the right keywords, you set up the Web 2.0 properties, and then you hit click. Can everybody hit click and run the Hangout Millionaire program and create the results? So let's review this because I believe in the power of repetition. Set up, so let me go back to it. Use the right keywords, and we're going to teach you how to do that because that is foundational for any successful campaign. Number two, set up Web 2.0 properties. There's some that we use, we're going to go through in a minute, such as this right here is, this one right here. Peter, this is onlywire.com, is it not?
Absolutely. And we hook up our YouTube accounts with OnlyWire, Deliver It, and IFTT, and between those three we get an amazing amount of links to our Hangouts, to the websites we promote in the descriptions. We get direct links, second tier links, third tier links, and fourth tiered links using the strategy.
Let me talk about, just to address that because it's important, and Holly addressed that as well, but some of the results we're going to reveal, it's not just ranking videos. This, because of using the legitimacy and the high page rank and the authority of the social media landscape out there, all these different Web 2.0 properties as they're referred to, pushes Facebook fan pages up, pushes their Twitter profile up, pushes YouTube videos up, and the money site, the URL, your domain that you want to be seen on the first page. That's what the result is. It pulls everything up because of the legitimization, and this has stuck, and stuck well. Holly, does that sound good?
Yeah, man. I mean, any kind of Web 2.0 property is good. I mean, it can bring up like you said, it can bring up all the social properties.
So let's talk about, this is OnlyWire. Back here, this was IFTT. This is OnlyWire. It's just another screenshot of an example of the different Web 2.0 properties that we use for those additional legitimate footprints out there. So what are the exact steps that we use? Let's talk about the manual way you used to do things, Peter, and then you found through the School of Hard Knocks there's got to be an easier, softer, automated way that you then put the crown on your head for the king of automation. What did you do with this site back in 2008?
Well, this is awesome. A mate of mine owned a private island, and my wife and I and my daughter have been there a few times, and for whatever reason he decided to sell it. And he had already been to a real estate agent before he spoke to me. So the real estate agent put together a really awesome video. So I said, listen, let me have a look at this for you, and I'll get back to you in 24 hours. So I downloaded that video that the real estate agent made, and then I started doing some video marketing on his island. And I had a lot of success promoting his island using videos. And over a 6-month period, that real estate agent, who you can see in there, Scott Wagner, he received over 200 leads in that first 6 months for a private island niche, which was phenomenal. The island sold, and it was phenomenal. We had videos all over the search engines, and that's where I really cut my teeth in video marketing, I suppose.
Yeah, and you learn then there's got to be an automated way. But So what do you think about that? I mean, this is awesome. What you were able to create in a manual way, so you learned it, and what you did is employed all those techniques and created something. Here's another screenshot down here at the bottom. This is fairly recent. We took this. Now, what's beautiful about this is 51,300,000 results, and this was done in 2008, and it's still sticking on the web results for the first page of Google in Australia, because that is awesome. So
I think all up we had just over 20,000 views on those videos, so it was pretty cool.
That's impressive, because look at how many searches. Yeah, I mean, comment, Holly, please address this so people can get clarity. Right here with my cursor, I have my mouse and the little pointer, 51,300,000 results. What does that mean? So people understand that. How impressive is that? That just might be a number, but I want you to address that.
To address it, you put me on the spot again. Well, basically it means that if you're going to put in a term, you're going to have 51,000 or 51 million, is it? 51 million results. And obviously 51 million results, you're going to have a lot of people you're going to have to try to fight through to get to number one. And, you know,
yeah,
that's
and we're able to
it's a super hard competitive term.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I just want you to talk about it's very competitive versus fewer terms. So here's the question people have when and I didn't understand this because I can stand up in front of a camera anywhere and start talking, but most people have a fear of talking in front of a crowd. We know that that's man's number one fear, and they have the same fear that spills over into, do I need to create a video? Do I have to be in front of the camera myself? I'm really shy. I like to be behind a computer, but I don't want to create it. So Peter thought this out and was able to address that concern. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to create a video standing in front of a camera yourself. You don't have to bribe your kid, your neighbor, your dog, or any other entity to be in front of there that's breathing to do your video. And that even the little camera shy girls, you don't have to have that. We have the power of what is called Instagram. Peter, talk about that a little bit. Peter?
I think Peter had to step out for a minute.
Okay.
It says on Skype, yeah.
Yeah, so let me just say what Instagram is. It's a source where it has a bunch of public pictures and images that then are loaded into the software that will find the right images to match your keyword phrases that you choose inside the software. So if you're looking for dog training as an example, Instagram will go out and search. I mean, it'll search inside Instagram. Peter has set that up with the robots to go out and find those related keywords, then create like a PowerPoint video, almost similar to an Animoto, add music to it, it incorporates the right pieces, so you don't ever have to stand in front of the camera. Now, why is that beneficial to you? Even if you're not shy, it saves you time. And time is money. Our time is money. So it saves that. So that's one of the key elements of what this software does. Does this sound great? Isn't this what's going to save you a lot of money in manual labor, Holly?
Oh, it's going to save me so much time. Yeah.
And time is money because you're a busy gal. I know you've got like 6 or 8 computers running 24/7. So if it can do this without paying people X dollars an hour, you're smiling all the way to the bank.
Yeah, so I mean,
here's a picture of
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's Hangout Millionaire is the third step in the process. After you've selected the right keywords, you've then set up the recipes. Remember, set it and forget it with the correct Web 2.0 properties, and then you run the system of Hangout Millionaire. And this is our icon. He is the prince of King Google. It's the latest property, and when Google married and acquired, well, he bought his queen named YouTube in 2006. You created any kind of video, it would instantly rank on the first page of Google and, of course, video searches. Today, if you do something similar with Hangouts, you, for most phrases, will rank very, very quickly. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Glad you're back, Peter, because I wanted you to see your baby. And there he is, the robot which you designed, which takes care of all the heavy lifting, which sounds good. So here's the question people ask, well, I'm a local business, I'm not global. How will that help me if I'm, a local business? And I think, Holly, you have many marketers that are on this call that run local business, but let's get into that. So let's talk about one person that made $23,500 in 1 week. Now he is, if you look at it, he is global in terms of he drew a client from overseas, from Singapore, that saw his ad that was global, because we got him ranked on a global fashion on the first page of Google, position number 1. And let's show what happened in that result, Peter, if we can run that video.
Hi, my name's Darren Stevens. I'm the best-selling author of the book Millionaires and Billionaires Secrets Revealed. And I just want to tell you about a gentleman that I contracted to do some work for me, which his name was Mitch Carson. Now, Mitch promised me that he could get me on the page 1 rankings of YouTube and Google in a really short period of time. And I went, okay, I really doubt that, but I gave it a go. And he blew me away, because literally in just 1 week, he not only got me on the front page and #1 position on YouTube, I was actually #1 also then on Google worldwide in a really competitive phrase, which was how to write a bestseller, because I teach a program called howtowriteabestseller.com. And anyway, he blew me away. He got the results in a week, and because of that, I had people ring up that had seen the ad on Google, or seen the rankings on Google, wasn't an ad, and they rang up and booked into my program, and they invested over $23,500 in my program just because of seeing me ranked #1 on Google. And that was all due to Mitch Carson. And it's just blown me away. They flew all the way over from Singapore simply from seeing what had happened. So if you're looking for somebody that can really get you ranked really highly on YouTube or Google, or who's just a master at marketing, I can't recommend highly enough Mitch Carson.
Well, thank you, Darren. But that was very successful, and I did this following the techniques, but now you can get all of this done in an automated way. I used a staff of 7 to go through all the manual steps. So are we seeing my screen again, Peter?
Yes.
Okay. Well, all I can say is this was valuable and clear proof. Yes? If you agree, nod your head digitally, and I can see you. I have got digital eyes. Well, I just want you all to take a look at, can you see how this software will shorten your success? Because we're going to show you examples right now that are going to show you what happens with all the software elements. Peter, talk about this. I came to you with a client in an extremely competitive category, Ruth Sherman, who teaches Fortune 100 company executives out of New York City, where she's based, on how to look great on camera. She said she is paying money with an SEO team in India, and they weren't able to rank her on the first page of Google, and I said, no problem. Let me bring in the Hangout specialist named Peter Drew. So how fast did we get here?
I think it was very similar to Alex's results. I think we had 4 or 6 keywords, and so I created a profile. I did the same. I downloaded the video from her website. We chose the keywords, or did she provide them? I can't remember, but we had 4 to 6 keywords, and within hours they were ranking #1, #2 in. They was certainly at the top of the first page for every term we went after. It was pretty.
Yeah,
impressive.
when I looked at this last week, we did this back in March. We were ranking her we ranked her on the first page of Google for these keyword phrases, and she gets each call, when she closes a client, it's $60,000.
Wow.
And this was due to the software. 60 grand, folks. That's her consulting fee to work with a Fortune 100 executive, which is so he will look or she will look good in front of a camera. And if you were to look at this, don't look at it now because you're on a Hangout, but after the call, remember how to look great on camera. You will see that she's still ranking today. And all we did was set up the keywords. We used the menu of the Web 2.0 properties, ran Hangout Millionaire once, and whammo, she's on the first page. And then you look at over here, how to look great on camera, ultimate consulting coach. She is ranking for all of those. That is total and utter domination. Total and utter domination. Does that sound good? Do you want to dominate your phrase? That's what Hangout Millionaire does. So let's go to Money Man Zach Jacobs, because that's what I call him. He embraced your program. He's running 3 computers now round the clock because he is so successful using your system. Let's play him, Peter, so they can hear from the horse's mouth.
Hey, Zach Jacobs here. I just wanted to talk about Hangout Millionaire. We were lucky enough to be able to beta test it, and in the first 30 days, we were able to add a solid 5 figures to our bottom line. The best part about this is it will continue to do residual income because we're using it for offline clients. It's been great at ranking in the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions in Google for our offline clients. We have clients paying us a considerable sum for every lead we produce for them. And this has been a great product. So thanks a lot, Peter Drew. Thanks a lot for the updates and letting us beta test for you. We appreciate it, and this is a great product. I highly recommend you look at it and buy it today.
That's awesome. Now, what he doesn't reveal, because he wants to keep it quiet, he is in the lead selling businesses for high-end pay-per-click words in Australia. He's selling leads. And I haven't spoken to him now in a couple months, but then he was making between $30,000 and $40,000 a month selling leads. Could you use that additional income? I think that's pretty cool. What's that, Holly?
No, sorry, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue
I mean, he's a successful case study. So people ask, and you've got a fair number of these on the call today, Holly. What about local? Now, this is results from a newbie. She was a former lawyer who hated practicing law and wanted to jump into the arena of working online. So let's play her. Pretty Angela Langlots and what she was able to achieve. And she was a challenge for you, Peter, but let's show the results she had because she was able to follow your step-by-step, easy-to-follow system.
Okay.
Lots here. I wanted to offer my thoughts on Peter Drew's Hangout Millionaire software. I had the opportunity to beta test this software for a 3-month period, and I thought that the software was absolutely amazing. It allowed me to rank on the first page of Google and YouTube videos that were associated with very, very competitive keywords. These were keywords that had more than 4 million Google search results. In some cases, I was actually able to rank these videos in less than an hour. I was absolutely blown away by what it could do. I can also tell you that Hangout Millionaire comes with good documentation and good support. Peter and his crew are really great about offering support if you can't use the documentation to figure out what you need to do. So if you want to rank your videos on the first page of Google and YouTube, I highly recommend Peter's Hangout Millionaire software. It will help you rank your videos.
Now let's talk about her results, because right here we're showing, now look at my cursor, the very first listing. Now these first 3 are what are called paid ads. For those that don't know, this is pay-per-click. People pay big money. Now how do we know that this is an important keyword phrase that she's ranking for? Because there are big results, 5.8 million results, and there are ads on the left column here. So on the search engine result page, we have ads on the right side, 3 that are above the fold, and then we have 3 organic listings, all of which are owned by Angela and Peter. Now, Peter, you're position number 2. Is that correct?
No, I'm number 3.
You're number 3. You don't look like a Christina, but we'll use that name for the purpose of the presentation. So you are here. So the student owns positions 1 and 2. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Yeah. So she followed your procedure so well, she was able to outrank the master. And I'm sure there's no greater joy than to see the student leapfrog you. I mean, and she still owns these today. So this is applicable to a local business, and you have a field inside Hangout Millionaire where all you do is put in longitude and latitude of where you're located, and whammo, you can get the same result. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and also for your blogger blogs that the software automatically creates for you at the same time as well.
That's impressive, and that is helpful in a local environment, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we love local, we love global. Hangout Millionaire does it all, and it does it all in an automated way. So let's go on to your squash client. Let's talk about her and how you met her, and let's play her.
Okay. One sec. Coming.
My name's Ellen Trokovic, and I'm the owner and manager of houseoftroy.com.au. My website specialises in selling bandage dresses to women aged 18 to 25. I had my business up and running for about 1 year before I realised I really needed to get my website ranking higher in Google because it was completely unranked. I had heard of odes.com and was about to start paying someone overseas to do my SEO for me when coincidentally I joined my local squash club and met Peter Drew, owner and creator of HangoutMillionaire.com. After a few weeks of playing squash with Peter, I mentioned to him that I run my own online website and that I was looking for someone to do my SEO. He then mentioned that he had just created a new software called Hangout Millionaire and that he needed a website to trial it on. I then agreed to this, and after just a few weeks after the trial, my website had gone from being completely unranked to page 7 of Google, which was amazing. It's now been about 2 months since the start of the trial, and my website is now ranked page 1 for all of my keywords, which has been unbelievable. My sales have gone from, on average, about 5 a week to now 15 a week, and I have hangoutmillionaire.com to thank for it. My name's Ellen Trokovic, and
okay, Peter, she gave you this testimonial a couple months ago, and since then she's had a change in job. She was a law clerk who then left the profession because she was making so much money post this testimonial, and what has she done?
Well, she bought a one-way ticket to Croatia, where she's from, and she's now just basically traveling the world, living off the income that her website's now producing for her. So it's a massive success story, and I'm so happy that I was able to provide that opportunity to her.
Yeah, and it's all due to your tool because you're ranking her now. This is a screenshot of Bandage Dress Australia, and we've got 3.17 million results, and you have highlighted bandage dresses. This is her right here with her site. Now, this was done a little while ago. We've had an improvement since, but talk about this. I want you to go through all the arrows that you created and how important this is because it's way beyond a video that she's ranking for. Explain all this, if you would, please, and what the software does for you that goes way beyond ranking just one video.
Well, before we start that, when I took this job on, we came up with 20 keyword phrases, and none of these keyword phrases were found in the top 1,000 in Google. And so we dramatically changed that. In the initial period, we got obviously videos ranking, sending in traffic, which generated sales. But then the website started popping up, and the website is now listed for all 20 terms on the front page of Google. And this image here is awesome. It shows you that the first 4 are her website. She's got images indexed in and ranking in images.google.com, and after that there's the video. So that's totally dominated that page and still does.
Yeah, and what's also on another screenshot we have here, we have bandage dresses, and then let's take a look. I want to go back to this one. This has 7.9 million results. She's ranking here for Bandage Dresses House of Troy above this, and this is worldwide. This isn't just limited to Australia. Now we've got Tropez bandage dresses, and we've got the website, which is right here. We've got the website again for the arrow. We have the YouTube video where she's ranking again. Then we have another video she's ranking. And then down here, this is the miracle of the software program. It starts ranking your fan pages. So your Facebook page starts ranking. So people are, there's nowhere to go except to where you want them to go, because that's total and utter domination. Is this impressive? Holly? Holly?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, it's impressive. I'm over here going, this is crazy rankings.
Yeah,
That's super
I'm
hard competitive term that they're ranking, and you have the top 5.
Well, and it's not just video. It's not just the site. It's
Right.
all of it. One of the things I want to point out, I'm going to go back just to comment about her. She has ranked for images also, because this is an image product. This is something that people want to see, so she's ranking for images as well. So Google deems it worthy. If there are enough people searching for images in their search, they include it in the algorithm for the total web searches. So she's ranking for everything. This is total domination.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the brains of HM. And this, Peter, I'd like you to reveal, because then they get an inside look, a peek inside the system, and how easy it is to use.
Let's talk.
So I'm handing it to you, Mr. Drew.
Okay. 1 sec.
Take 2.
There you go. Go.
So let's talk about the brains of Hangout Millionaire. And Peter, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is our first glimpse on the inside of Hangout Millionaire. So we're going to play this video right now.
Okay, so that's the software starting. There's no audio on this software, on this video. So you've got 3 options. Instagram. You can choose local photos from your hard drive or a video from your hard drive that you sourced. We're using Instagram for this. So that's using the House of Troy hashtag, and it's found that content straight away. So you can move the videos left or right, or delete the inappropriate ones. Click next, and then select your profile. It's the House of Troy profile. Select an MP3, enter your Google account, Tumblr account, and select private video network, etc. This is where you put your geolocation in. That button on the right, you can find your geolocation very easily. See all the tokens we're using there? On this point, we use a real lot of strategy in the description, which we reveal in the instruction PDFs, of course, but that's why we get significant results for ranking websites in Google and lots of different videos created under different terms. I'll continue on.
Yep.
Facebook link to the site. This is where you put all your keywords, and you can select. In this example, we're creating 1 video, but you can choose up to 15 videos per project at a time. So now we're logging into Hangouts. This is obviously sped up because I didn't want to waste everybody's time.
It all just runs in the background, Pete. That's what I love about it. Is it's just set and forget. Absolutely, you set it up and just go and do something else.
Yeah, so it's creating a Hangout now. Notice I'm not sitting in front of a webcam. It's using the screen share to broadcast the video that we use, and it does it awesome. There's 3 different options which we'll get into later. So that's the video that the software created. Now it's selecting that window to screen share. There you go. Now the software is doing it itself. I'm not touching anything. So it's broadcasting. That's a thumbnail that will go in the private video network that will be listed in Google, that will be pointing to her video in Google. That's some of the bandage dresses. There's my friend there. A little advertisement. So it's finished. I sped it up a little bit in editing, so we're not here all day. So now it's created the Google Hangout. That Hangout goes to your YouTube account. So we've got to update the YouTube account with the correct information from the software. So here we are. The title, description, tag, geolocation. There's the geolocation there.
It's important. It's important again to talk about while this is running. It's important for people to know that this is the software working. This is not you sitting here doing all this stuff. This is all happening in the background. So all of the video creation is done. The changing in YouTube is done. We can see it now doing Blogger. It's all happening in the background.
Absolutely. now it's updating it created a blog before, now it's going back to Blogger to update that blog with content and an embed of the Hangout, which is really important. And it's also adding the geolocation, and if you've got a business name, that will pop up and in the blog itself and send awesome links to your local listing. So now we're going to Tumblr, and the Tumblr account gets all the different variation, the different spin of the title, of the description, and it gets an embed in there. So you're getting an embed of your Hangout plus links back to the whatever's in the description and to the Hangout. Now this is the VCN. That's my private self-hosted video network, and at the end it supplies a beautiful PDF with 3 different anchor text variations back to your Hangout video, links to your website and whatever's in there. And what's important about that PDF is, of course, we can share that PDF on all the document sharing sites and get another tier of awesome, powerful links back to your Hangout video, back to your Blogger blog, back to your Tumblr, and then more tiered links back to the links in the description of your videos. So it's incredibly powerful stuff getting that PDF, which is perfect for ranking all those links.
That's incredible. And Holly, can you see how easy that is to use?
Yeah, it's super easy, and it goes as fast as that goes. I mean, when I got it, it took me, 10 minutes to put all the information in, probably less than that, and then just let it go.
Well, I mean, when you saw this the first time, I know your jaw was slack. It was open. Because you were imagining not only what are you paying high school workers to do a lot of the work that Hangout Millionaire does for free. I mean, the robot's doing it and can do it more comprehensively and faster than you have with human error. This doesn't make errors, and it's going to save you time and money. So I just want to ask
if I can just cut in here, I've got breaking news for Holly. Holly and I have been working together with this software because we know
Did you do it?
Both of our products really enhance each other, and Holly requested that embed code be put in the PDF, and Max worked on it for 2 days, and we think we can do it. In fact, I think we're 95%. Can we do it, Max? Can we put embeds in the PDFs? Can we put embeds in the PDF from YouTube? Yeah. Yes, we can do this. So for you, Holly, it's being done. So I understand it's going to make your life a lot easier.
Yeah, because I can just copy and paste it right out of the PDF. Oh, I'm so excited. You can tell. Okay. I'm so excited now. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool.
And just from the chat, Dr. Ken, hey Ken, says very impressive. Jocelyn said, does this mean we do not need Holly's program? Absolutely not. Our programs really work together really well. What Holly's information is doing in conjunction with the automation of Hangout Millionaire is mind-blowing. And Holly also says, does it work with a Mac? We've got about 20% of our people using the software in a virtual environment on Mac machines, and it works really well because you can just shrink that down and it does it in the background pretty much invisibly.
I'm on a Mac.
The answer is yes.
I'm a Mac guy, yeah. So, I got to ask, can you imagine the impact this will have on your bottom line? I mean, Holly, you already did the math, how much it's going to save you in labor, or you can use your guys doing other tasks, performing other tasks, but this will save you money right now. So
yeah, I pay $120 in my VAs on a daily basis, and I mean this program pays for it itself. I don't have to use them anymore.
Nice.
How much do you pay? How much do you pay daily?
I pay $120 daily for my students.
Okay, well, this is going to be paid for. I mean, before you blink. You'll have broken even, and then you're going to be all in the money. It's just the savings, but the time element. So it's going to be huge for you because you take action. So I'm sure we've got people want to know, okay, well, what is the system? Are you ready? Are people excited to get on board? And are you ready for your life to change? Because that's what this truly does. This changes lives because profits, more time with family, being able to do things that are more profitable and fun for you are going to be possible now with the addition of this tool as it's worked for me. So let's go through what's available to you. The Hangout Training Resource Toolbox. has a value of $497. This is our complete toolbox to make your Hangouts a success. And it has a content repurposing resources guide. This is where we go in the complete detail that Peter's created these PDFs that explain how to repurpose your content, how to use what you've written once and use it again, so you can extract, think of it as squeezing a lemon to get all the juice out of what you've created one time out of one lemon.
Actually, just on that point, sorry, mate, just on that point, I created a case study of the House of Troy project that I did. So it's exactly what I did to produce the results to get houseoftroy.com.au to the top of Google for 20 different search terms. So that PDF comes with the software.
Okay, well, that's outstanding. I mean, and here's the key. And you are so, and I'm going to say this in a nice way, so anal retentive and detailed and thorough in your instructions that everybody, if they do what you say, Peter, will succeed. Everyone that has followed your system, because you are so detailed and comprehensive, and if you give them, you guide them through every step. And that's where everyone earned the success. And, Zach followed your steps. Angela followed your steps. We met those people in our videos. Angela followed. The House of Troy example followed. Alex followed this. I mean, we did the work for him initially, but he's got his people doing it and had tremendous success when we guide you through the steps. So here's something that people don't even realize how valuable it is the Hangout Millionaires private group, much like Holly's private group, where people are there to help each other. We have a private members-only Facebook group where people don't look at each other as competition, but family, where they're there to help one another. When they're down, lift them up. You get to ask your most pressing questions. You get to post about your Hangouts and skills, and everybody has helped each other. It's one of the most amazing Facebook groups I've ever experienced being part of, because people are out there supporting one another. All your questions will be answered either in the PDFs or through support, where they get back to you same day in most cases, where you have an English-speaking person get back to you, or you're going to find those answers in the Facebook group. And you get to post all the requests that you're looking for, and you'll get those answers, and you get to cross-promote your business. People have made money together where they've met on this private Facebook group. And you get the content repurposing resources guide is all part of this, and that has a value of $997. If you are hesitant, now this is our first bonus we're going to give to the group that's on the call today. We have a few bonuses. I know, Holly, you're going to add one, and I'm going to give you an unexpected one in a minute, listeners, so I hope you're still on board. You get a free month trial of a $1,000 program called Copy Sniper, where you put in your keywords, what you're looking for emotionally, and it spits out perfect copy for you. Minor modifications needed. That's the beauty of this software. Copy Sniper will take your copy and create it for you. Also, those of you that are on the call, and this is the first time we're doing work with Holly, Peter and I are excited about this, I will interview you and your business. We'll do it in an audio way. You don't have to sit in front of a camera. We know that some of you don't like that. But I certainly will be able to interview you over the airwaves. I'll interview you. I'm in Los Angeles, so think about this. If you're out of state, outside of my state of California, you now become a nationally recognized expert in your field, in your expertise, in your niche. And if you're overseas, you're now an international expert. When I was living in Asia for the last 2 years, I just came back stateside. You were an internationally recognized expert. For those that took action, and action takers are the ones that make the money in life. Take the opportunity, send in your interest to being interviewed by me, and we will create content for you, which you can then upload to iTunes. You can use it as a video, and I'll be able to identify your specific gem.
Actually, Mitch, we've just had a really good question popped in by Jolyn. I have a client that sells industrial construction supplies nationwide. Will this work for him? And what I can say is this is the perfect niche for Hangout Millionaire. I think you'll have massive success doing that. If I can do that with House of Troy with bandage dresses, you will do fantastic in that niche.
Very true, and I want to go through the additional added bonus for those of you that are on the call. The book that Peter and I co-authored, Clients Forever will be sent to you. So that's another bonus that's added in here. So what is the Hangout Millionaire software system? You're going to get comprehensively for those of you that choose to take action on the call today. And these are action takers, right, Holly? Because they're
all action takers.
Yeah, they're action takers, and action takers are the winners in life. You get access to Peter's private video network. Why is this valuable? Because it's only private. It adds another layer, another tier. Think of it as more roots and foundation to your videos, to your Hangouts that you create to bolster your rankings even stronger, faster, and greater longevity because of his private video network. You get the total resource toolbox. You get a copy sniper trial. You get a recorded interview with me, and I'm going to extract your gem, your particular value, your nugget in your niche, and we're going to expose it. And this is the link you need to click on, and click on it now, holly.hangoutmillionaire.com. Click on it right now. Don't wait. Don't delay. Do it now, and you're going to see the benefits of using this system. And here's what it is. This is our final link in the program. You get to sign up for $997 per year, renewable, or you can invest today for $297, and we'll gladly bill you every 3 months. For those of you that want to see the huge results, go ahead. You need to click on the link, holly.hangoutmillionaire.com, and do it now. Don't delay. Don't think about it, because here's the fact. Napoleon Hill described this in Think and Grow Rich. The millionaires at the turn of the century were action takers. If you want to be tomorrow's millionaire, or you want to be a double millionaire, if you already are a millionaire, you are an action taker. You've done something beyond the ordinary to be extraordinary. Do something, that means take action. If you think about taking action too long, guess where you'll be? Exactly where you are today. If you take action today, you will be better than you were today, tomorrow. So click on the link, holly.hangoutmillionaire.com. There are two options. You can invest $997 today, which saves you from $2,364 if you were to go to the front of the site, hangoutmillionaire.com. You only get this discount through Holly. It's $197 a month, period. There is no annual. So you're going to save, what is that? About $1,300 and some change by investing and paying the amount in full today, which is what I would encourage, because you saw all the results. How much more proof do you need? I mean, are you following me so far? I mean, I'm excited to be able to work with you guys and to interview you so I can help springboard your success. All I've got to say is you've got to get in on this. Who's ready to get started? Raise your digital fingers and take action today. And jump on this. Holly, have you got any comments for the people on the call? Those that chose to stay and participate are the winners of my book, because they wanted to get access to all the bonuses that we're offering, and you had an additional bonus you wanted to jump in. What are you going to throw into the fray now, Holly, to sweeten the pot for those that choose to invest, and click on holly.hangoutmillionaire.com?
Yeah, so anyone who gets the program, which I have to say, if you want to succeed in lead generation and anything regarding ranking in Google, you really need to get this, because it's amazing, and that's like an understatement. I'm going to be giving out 100,000 links for GSA. Actually, let's bump it up to 200,000. We'll do 200,000 verified links that you import into GSA for the backlinking purposes. And once
what's the value? What's the value of that?
The value on 200,000 is it's going to be a value of $200, but really it would be really more than that, because if you follow my advanced scraping, you can export those links back out and then re-scrape them again. So I mean, to me, the value is a good $500, but we're going to say $200 just for the fact of it.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. So that was an additional bonus for those that stayed on, and only the people who are taking action get that. If you decide to go and sit and think about this, go smoke a cigarette, whatever it is that you do to delay taking action and improving your life, you don't get this. You get to do this if you jump and invest now. Invest in you. Make a difference today, which will make a profound exponential change in your lifestyle tomorrow. Holly, you're successful because you took action. You saw an opportunity with what you're doing, and now you have a tribe of people that are following because you have been so successful. You're endorsing this product because it worked for you. It's worked for countless clients of ours already that we have done webinars with, that we have done Hangouts for, that have been private clients of Peter's and in the beta groups. Beta testers are still bringing in success every week to prove out the system. You've got to take action if you want success. You cannot, if you dip your toe in the water, that's step one while jumping on this Hangout today. Step two is getting both your legs in and investing, and then start swimming. Swim, 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 stroke, stroke, stroke. Kick those legs to success. That's what you do when you want to win. You've got to swim. Because if you don't, you're swimming against the current. You got to have a strong stroke, and we've given you the tools through the GSA training that Holly provides in the Hangout Millionaire. You now have kicking, stroking, and you got a paddleboard. How that gives you all the flotation you need. And you have two options of how you want to do it. You can invest the full amount, $997 today, and then it renews in a year, which will be chump change because of the profits that you've made after year one, or you invest $297 tonight, this afternoon, this morning, depending on where you are in the world, and then we're going to gladly bill you 3 months down the road, and you'll see how this has made, it'll be nothing compared to the profits you make if you take action. Follow the tutorials, the easy to follow system. Look at the yellow brick road, which is another metaphor. How do you get to Oz? You follow the yellow brick road. We have laid out the yellow brick road for you. Start stepping. Start swimming. Jump in, both feet. Start swimming with us. Get out of where you are looking at people go down the stream. They're swimming. They're making the money. They're fishing. They're finding the gold. They're panning the gold. Think of California at the gold rush. You're jumping in because Hangouts are in the infancy stage right here. Right now, this is the newest property that Google embraces. This is his crown prince. This is the prince of his kingdom. Jump in. Peter, you have any other closing comments? Any questions that have come in that we need to address?
Honestly, I highly recommend people get stuck into the software. There's a slight learning curve for a day or so, and you're in, and you will find you can set up, once you've set up a project for a new niche or a new client, that may take about 20 minutes, but the next time you run the software, you start the software, select the project, click next, 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 choose how many videos you'd like to create between 1 and 15, and press go, and then just walk away and come back, and you'll have your PDF. Hang on, let me put my video on. You have your PDF displayed perfectly for you with all your links, and soon to have embed code, YouTube embed code in it as well. You have 3 different anchor texts to your Hangout videos. You've got all the description that's inside your YouTube video. That description is presented in the PDF for every video that you create. All of that is spun, so you have awesome content in your PDF as well, which you can also upload to different PDF sharing sites that give you another range of awesome, powerful links back to your videos, but more importantly, back to the website that you're ranking.
Yeah, so it pushes the money side up and truly will get you to becoming a Hangout millionaire. I mean, I don't know if you guys studied this in Australia, but the California Gold Rush was around in California, which was up in San Francisco. Everybody came, hey, I'm going to find gold in California. There was a gold rush going on. Guess how much money they made when they talked about becoming a miner and going after the gold? Nothing, because they didn't take action. How much money did the miners take who took action and found their gold and followed the system and panned it correctly? They made lots of money. Some people didn't because they didn't follow the system. But those that think about panning for gold are quite different than the people who attempt to pan for gold. But we've provided a system to pan for the gold and to become successful online today.
Oh, Dr. Ken says, I just bought already. Thanks, Dr. Ken.
Okay, great. So we've got one more that's added in. And Holly, what are your comments about this? I mean, what would you encourage people to do? I mean, think about, you're an American. You of course learned about the gold rush. That's the best metaphor, the example that I can use for people that want to create gold in their life, have got a mind for it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You're not going to succeed in anything if you don't put your feet in. And if you just sit on your fingers, you're not going to be able to rank. You're not, I mean, this is the simplest format of how to rank for these Google Hangouts. You guys have all seen my test case studies for the DUI attorney. I'm number 1. You've seen the test ones for AC repair Miami, Florida. This is just, this takes all of the hard stuff from the the beginning of the training about the making the Hangouts. This takes all the really hard, time-consuming stuff into a one-click button. Literally, it's very simple to do. I mean, you guys just I mean, if you're going to succeed, if you want to make the amount of money that I make on a monthly basis, this is probably the easiest way to do it because it's simple, easy, man.
Well, you're going to save using this tool $120 a day times 5 days a week. Is that correct?
Well, times 7 because I have them work on the weekends. But yeah.
Okay, so what's 120 times 30?
Right.
Yeah, 30
I'm going to
days.
save a heck of a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
For someone like me who doesn't like to give up control, and I'm very, it goes to all my kids and then it always comes back to me to check it. I don't have to check it because this is a program that puts in my keywords, that spins it out, that uploads it to my accounts. It does everything for me. It does my tags. It does, it does my location. I didn't used to do the location. Now I'm doing the location. It does everything that my kids would have to do on a normal basis. It's VA in a box for me.
Oh, I love that term, VA in a box.
Oh, I like that term.
Yeah, isn't that good? That was a nice VA in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Hangout Millionaire is really much is a VA in a box. We're going to use that, Peter, because that's what it is. That sums it up right there. You've got your virtual assistant in a box, and that's our robot. So,
Jolyn just asked, can we put call tracking number in the software for it to show up in the video? Absolutely. Our software adds slides to the beginning and end of each video. And in the software, you can put any text you like on those slides, or you can use your own custom slides, so you can put fancy graphics in there if you like, or use the text that the software does. So we've taken care of that easily on the slides at the front and the end of the video, on which you have the choice to choose the duration for those slides from 1 second up to as many seconds as you like.
Yes. Well, that's outstanding, and thank you for that question. Because most of the people are local marketers, from what you told us, Holly. So with the inclusion of the longitude, latitude, they can rank locally. I mean, it ties in beautifully with what you do with your HVAC stuff, because you're all about ranking local for each of your terms. So I mean, that's what's going to save you time. So I mean, I just want to do the math. I don't have a calculator in front of me. What's 120 times 30?
I'll do it quick.
Is that about $3,600?
$4,200.
$4,200. Okay, that's a lot of money per month that you're going to save. And here's the biggie. And you don't have to supervise because there's no human error. The robot does not make mistakes.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me, is that I don't have to go back and check to make sure my period is right in it, or check to make sure it's the right phone number. If it's an error, it's because of me, not because of the kids that weren't doing it on, they weren't doing it on the right spreadsheet for the day. I mean,
you don't need to spank the robot. It's spankless. The kids, you get to scold them or do whatever. I mean, or just correct them or whatever it is you need to do. But you're going to save $4,200 a month. That's a steak dinner.
Right, and the cool thing is that, I've already thought about how to do this for, we're going to go into eyelash extensions for my sister because she wants to do the Midwest, which is fine because she knows about that. So, we're going to do 10 frequently asked questions, or we're going to do 10 videos, or we're going to do 10 different keywords, and I'm going to do 15 locations on a daily basis for her because she doesn't want to do it like 100 a day, which is fine. We'll do 15 on a daily basis for her, and she's an at-home mom too, so I mean, it's just going to be so much easier for her to do it this way instead of having to sit there. The biggest thing with the way that my training is it start broadcast and stop broadcast, because you have to have a body there to stream it through the video. And this already streams it for you. You don't even have to I don't have to have a body there. That's huge. Yeah,
I mean, you're not feeding somebody. You're not sucking more computer juice, the electricity. But that's if $4,200 on an annual basis, that's 50 grand. 50 grand. I mean, that's more than an annual salary for the average American.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big money. I mean, that's a vacation for your whole family in the Bahamas.
So what that means is that people can scale up to the level that Holly is scaling up, where they couldn't before because they didn't have the income to pay the VAs. Now
Exactly.
with this software, it offers people the scalability that they didn't have in the past.
Yeah, and only for $1,000. My gosh, and there's no excuse for not 100% buy-in for $297. You've got that. Heck, you're going to punch that in, and you don't get billed for 3 months. You're on, and you jumped on the success train with us. This is all about chug, 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 moving forward in life, succeeding. Holly has been successful. Peter's been successful. I've been successful because I've taken action. Sure, we have all failed, but we have failed our way to success because we took action. I don't look at anything as a failure. I look at it as a learning experience to get me to where I am today. Had I not broken my nose 6 times before I earned my first black belt, I wouldn't have earned my black belt. I had to keep going. This is what you got to do. Go ahead, Pete.
I was just saying the 997 deal per year is by far the best offer. I don't know how much is that per month. It's not much, but the 297 is, if you haven't got the 1,000, is cool. Though that's 1,200 a year, which is half of what people are paying from the front of the site, and people are paying that. That site is just going off in Google, and people are coming and paying that. So this is a really good deal. The 997 is the best offer.
Well, and it is the best offer, and to buy today makes the most sense because Holly I'm giving away the interview with me, which I charge $1,000 for. Period. Full stop, as you Aussies say. Period. Full stop. $1,000. Second, you're getting our book. Okay, $29. All right, that's not the big deal. That's just our way of saying thanks for listening to us. But Holly's giving away, you know this because of GSA, another $200 real value with all those leads, right? Holly, that's $200. Might as well stroke a check off to them. Give them $200. That's what they're getting. If that's not an incentive, so you're really getting right away today, just because of you are familiar with the GSA, excluding what I'm giving you out of my time. Peter doesn't involve in this. This is me giving my time because I want to have huge success out of Holly's group. It's our first time working with her. This isn't coming around again, folks. I can't do this every time I do a webinar. It's my first time doing this with Holly.
In fact, that offer is only there for 3 days.
That's it. Then it goes away. Bye-bye. If you're to check out hangoutmillionaire.com online, I don't give away an interview. No way. Write me a check, then we'll talk. But I'm giving this away. Holly's giving away $200 worth of leads that are the $200,000 appropriate for GSA. You're getting that benefit. You're getting the book as a gift. Was a nice little deal. All you have to do is jump on it. Don't think about it overnight. I got to go ask my husband or my wife. Take action. Come on. Show me what you got. Jump in. Swim with us. We want to support you. We are going to support you in your success. But you got to be the one to go and click. Hangoutmillionaire.com. Started with holly.hangoutmillionaire.com. It's right there, highlighted in blue. Jump in. Yes, I'm pushy because I'm here to support you. I admit it. I've been accused of it, and it's all true because when I'm passionate about a product to shorten your way to success, I'm going to push you because you'll thank me later. You will thank me later because you're going to thank yourself for the success you've had. Holly will applaud your efforts. Peter will applaud your efforts. And we're all going to be clapping in unison for those that have taken action. We want you to be part of our group, to participate in our Facebook fan page so you can contribute to those, and others will contribute to your success. We all help each other. It is the most family-oriented type of Facebook group I've ever seen on the internet. We digitally stroke each other on our backs to push each other on our ways, don't get that nasty, in our way to get on our way to success. So Get on the group, join us, be part of our success. We want to be part of your success. We've laid that out. You've seen the proof. How much more do you need? You need a rock to fall on your head? I don't think so. We've shown you the proof. Go check out the results online. They're all there, active, better than what you could ever imagine. And you got to jump in. If you're still on the call, what are you hesitating about? Success? Does it scare you? Does money scare you? It shouldn't. It should excite you. Get excited, let the endorphins go, and click on the link.
Scott just said, I just bought, no email yet. How do we get the bonuses offered, including Holly's? Once you confirm, after you've purchased, you'll get an AWeber confirmation email. Once you confirm that, then the bonuses are delivered via email, and Holly will handle the bonuses on her end. We'll pass on the information, the buyer information to Holly, and she will update people.
That's great. Holly, do we have
Chris
any more?
Thanks, Chris.
Okay. Thanks, Chris. I'm glad you're part of the group because I help with the Facebook group as well as Peter does. We do participate. So if you have questions, this isn't a buy it, something that you buy on Warriorforum or JVZoo where you pay $99 and then you'll never ever get support. We are active about our support. The reason we are in business, while Peter's business has been around so long successfully, and you'll find no negative comments, is because he does make sure that support is there. Because Hangout do have updates. Here's the reality. There are updates. Software has to be modified and updated. We've had how many updates since you launched this initially, Peter?
I can't remember, about 30, I think.
30 updates. Okay, you go buy something on JVZoo, or a WSO on Warriorforum, guess what happens? You never get an update. That stuff crashes, it fails, it burns out, it self-ignites. This is something that Peter stands behind with his staff, with his programmer. He's got a real business. This isn't some pimple-faced kid creating a software solution that he did in college and then disappears. Some plugin. This isn't some plugin. This is a well-developed strategy that will catapult your results and change your life. Who's ready to change their life? We have people that have taken action, already asking about that. If you're still on the call, jump in. Jump now. Don't wait till tomorrow. You're not getting the 200,000 leads that Holly has ethically bribed you with. Those that get in today get the leads. Is that right, Holly?
Not leads, the link list.
Link
You're
list.
saying
Okay.
200,000 leads. I'm like, what?
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, you can.
You're so funny.
Yeah, you can digitally spank me. I'm the bad boy that misspoke. So we have any more questions?
I'd just like to make it clear that I'm a married man. I will not participate in any spanking digitally or non-digitally.
Just having a little fun on a Sunday night. Yeah, in California. I'm sorry, but yeah, we've got all sorts of types. And well, you're in Australia. I don't know how many Australians we have on the call, but you guys usually have a pretty good sense of humor about
Absolutely.
Groovy, man.
Yeah, so
Groovy.
groovy. Yeah, that's right. That's our inside joke when we first all three of us started talking and we realized we had a rapport. There was that comment about groovy that Peter brought up to Holly, and that's a very old term from the 60s. I think we use in America. I don't know when they used it in Australia, but he brought it up recent. But the reality is all of us think alike between Peter, between Holly, and Mitch. That's me. I'm the one that's been yapping. And we all think alike. We're out to see that people succeed, our clients succeed, and we only stand behind results because, or proof, in order to create the results and strategies that work. You will create similar results.
I'd just like to say this is why I love the internet. I was talking to Ryan from Daredevil Marketing, and he told me all about Holly, and I've seen Holly popping up everywhere, and he said this program would be perfect with what Holly's doing. So he made the introduction. Holly and I met on Skype. We hit it off, and here we are working together, providing these awesome opportunities for all of Holly's people. So I think it's just awesome.
Yeah, it is great, and that's how this works. Is we've been able to see each other in our faces. Have we embraced? No. Digitally, yes. But we all have a common interest of sharing our successes and helping those that want to help themselves. And if you're still on this call and you're on the fence, jump off, jump in, be successful, and click on the link, holly.hangoutmillionaire.com. Don't think about it, just do it. The successful people take action. I know I sound like a broken record, but repetition is the mother of success. And if you repeat what we have done, if you follow the system that has been laid out, tried, tested, proven, you will have a similar result. Guaranteed. Because all you have to do is follow the system, follow the yellow brick road, start prancing, start skipping, start running. This is what gets you up and starts you running down the road of the yellow brick road. You don't even have to skip. Let's get running. So we'll get to the goal, the end results, faster. The miners that took action, put their gear on, got in the water and started panning, collected the gold first until there was no more gold. The opportunity to get in Hangouts on ranking your sites, ranking your Hangouts, ranking your videos, ranking your Web 2.0 properties is now, right now.
Sorry to interrupt. Joy just said, I need to go to the bank to put dollars in the morning. Will it be live for me? Yes, it's live for 3 days from now. Chris said, ha ha, too funny, Peter. Thanks, mate. Sue just said she bought it, and it's hard to keep up with the chat here, but we've got tons of sales coming in. Thanks, guys. It's gonna work out. I'll see everyone in the Facebook group if anyone's got any questions, obviously.
Yeah, and I want to. Who wants to have an interview with me? I want to interview people. Holly, we're going to do an interview because I love your Midwest accent. Does everybody know that she has a Wisconsin accent? She's a total cheesehead, and this is what I like about her. She's got that cheesy cheesehead accent coming from Wisconsin, and they're Packers fans. But I love that. That's the beauty of being able on making friends digitally. We get to tease each other in a fun way. And, she's an action taker. You're an action taker because you're still on the call today. Peter is here to support you. I'm here to support you. Holly embraced you. She endorsed this strategy because she used it, tried it, tested it, saw the big cheesy smile that came out of Wisconsin because she saw, I'm going to be able to save $4,200 a month. And I get to have robots. I don't have to work with any of these teenagers. Hello, hello, hello. This is awesome. You may not have the big staff that she does of teenagers in her office, in her home that come in and do this, but she probably feeds the little suckers corn chips and soda pop. She doesn't have to pay for corn chips and soda pop anymore. Okay?
Yeah,
or you're going to task them. All right, whatever. Potato chips.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds. Okay, I knew it had to have something with cheese coming from Wisconsin. So you're out there successful because you're taking action, but you're now going to probably redirect this labor to do other things for you. But embracing the software is going to save the time. The power of the robot, the power of automation. We hear about automation. Few of us implement because we're afraid of it. I want to talk about fear for a second. That's false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. The evidence is very real, and it is not false. We've shown you the proof. Time to get in now, because we are only here for a limited time. I mean, we're getting close to about wrap-up time, so if you are on the fence, jump off. Jump off. Come with us. We're here to embrace you and support you to your success. And the successful people are the ones that take action. Jump in. Holly?
Yes.
Any last comments? Because I think, Peter, do we have any more questions on the call?
I think we're just about done, and I'm so glad you didn't say we're here to slap you, because we're not into doing that. Embracing is good.
Good.
We'd stay away from slapping.
Stay away from
it was only a digital spank for those that weren't performing. So there we go. I kept it clean, and I'm always washing.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for your time. To all the people viewing, we've still got a lot of people hanging in viewing, so thanks for hanging in there, and we'll catch up soon.
Okay, thank you, guys. See you on the inside.
Thanks, guys.